Alright, time to go back under the sea. Oh shit, hang on, never mind. Okay, let's see what this message is. It's probably like, so, son, you want us to pick you up or what? Oh, okay, that's just telling me that Lifepod 7 wants a rendezvous. Okay, so let's see about getting some food. We got no food. And I have nothing to cook either. So I'm gonna fix that real quick. And let's also put away some of this titanium. If I can't make a base yet, which I strongly suspect that I cannot until I explore more of the game, then I will get... Let's see. I should get the laser cutter, because that seemed probably pretty important. I need to get a diamond, and I already have a battery and stuff like that. Bird, you're a beautiful bastard. I was not born out of wedlock. How dare you insult me in that way? Bird, have you cleared the cache? I have cleared the cache. I did that. I started my stream, realized I didn't do that, and then was like, oh shit, and then brought the stream down. But by then it was too late. People were already in my audience, and they were like, are you okay, Bird? Why did you just leave in a total panic for basically no discernible reason? And now you know why. When I was a little kid, I thought the word cache was pronounced cachet. So that's a funny little anecdote. Okay, let's cook all these fish I just caught. Oh, hey, here's another message, actually.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how bad, how many of... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? We're a six-seater. We aren't even slightly equipped to handle this. Our pilot last attempted a planet landing in the Academy simulator. Oh, it's a bad situation. But so are all the alternatives.
Wow, Sunbeam sounds like they're actually kind of heroic people. That's neat. They're gonna die trying to get to us, aren't they? Well, I guess that's just more titanium for me if they do die, so, you know, silver lining on every little cloud. Okay, let's get to finding ourselves a diamond. I need to head off towards that there area I was in earlier, where I was able to find like all the deposits. I was starting to build up my base in that area. That place was a-okay for finding all sorts of deposits. I don't know if I'm gonna actually find diamonds there, but I found everything else that I care about, like, you know, food, shelter, and love. So those are all the food groups that I need to survive. Okay, the other fact of the matter is I don't actually remember where that area is. I think it was somewhere off in this direction. I should have put a beacon down in it, but I didn't. So we're gonna go ahead and pin that one on Passbird, not thinking things through. I also don't know what the recipe for the beacon even is. However, when it comes down to it, it's not really that big of a deal. Let me just start by just heading off into what looks like it's a reasonable direction for it. I think it's around this area. Yeah, this is definitely an area that I was originally putting down my base, but then all the blocks didn't actually work out. So I'm in the right area. I see to start finding some deposits like this one right here. Got anything for me? Gold. All right, that's fine. Let's get some not death gas real quick, or as other people tend to call it, oxygen. I have an infinite loop of surf and bird. That's a horrible idea. Should have a habitat builder. Yeah, I assume that I probably just can't build stuff in this game just yet. And back to not looking at chat because I don't like spoilers too much. I mean, I feel bad because I know that you all are just trying to help. But at the end of the day, like, I've played a lot of survival games which boil down to me basically just pulling out the wiki and just looking up, or like what I usually used to do when I was learning how to play most of the survival games that I've played, like Don't Starve Together, like Minecraft and stuff like that, what I would do is I would just watch somebody else do, just like play the game. I would watch an LP, and I would just figure out just by watching the LP pretty excessively, honestly, what all the steps were to be successful at the game and like win. And that was actually the very first time I ever even saw an LP. Was I was watching CNNers play Minecraft, which then got me to actually play the game Minecraft way back in the I think it was the late alpha days. Yeah, all the way back then. And with this one, I kind of want to see if it's possible to really experience playing this sort of game just completely blind. And I think that I haven't done a particularly great job at it so far, but just like, a couple of things. Like I wasn't able to figure out how to get copper and stuff like that for a long time, until, I don't know. But I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm playing this in a relatively authentic way. Because I will admit that I actually do this with a lot of games. I ever since I was a little kid, I would like look up the walkthroughs for how to beat games and stuff like that. So I don't know. I always felt bad about it too, because I felt like I was depriving myself of like a real, genuine experience. If just because I was like 8 years old and talking about video games with other 8-year-olds, they're like, "You use the walkthrough, you suck," and I was like, "I know." So I'm gonna redeem my 8-year-old self here and try to play through this. Wow, those were some really weird memories that I haven't thought about in a long time. God, I've been playing video games for forever. I could still remember like a lot of the very first video games I even played. Like the very first video game that I remember quote unquote owning, because my dad bought it, was Warcraft 2. Way back in like, I guess that would be 1990, probably like 5 or 4 when that game came out. And that was like the only game that I owned, and I just played the shit out of that game. And I played it every single day, and I made maps for it, and the maps sucked. And I don't know. It's just very. I think I have very fond memories of that game, and in fact, very fond memories of all those old Blizzard games. I don't know. I'm just thinking of random stuff to talk about right now because I'm just waiting to see if I can find any sort of limestone outcroppings. I don't know if they are, like, if they spawn in this game or if you break it and then they're gone for forever, and I've just found all of them in this area. I've kind of looped back through the same areas over and over again trying to find them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep scooting around and see if I can maybe find them like on another cliff face somewhere off in this direction. Let's see. Yeah, let's head towards that beacon that's really far away. That probably progresses the game. I don't know if I need to have the laser cutters or whatever set up for that explicitly. And if I don't, or if I do, and I don't have them, then oh well, at least I've explored a little bit more of the game. And if I don't need them, then I have, like, progressed in the game. I wonder where the big fishies are. I mean, there's gotta be big scary fishies, right? Like, there's gotta be some horrifying nightmare beasts. I don't see any. But all I've seen has just been like a rabbit shark, which, I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. And like the sand shark, which seems to be mostly concerned with finding out the nearest way it can shove itself through the terrain, rather than the. Well, I'm gonna stay away from that thing, because it made a spookles noise, and it snuck up on me, and I didn't like it very much. No. No, Thank you. It looked like it was just grabbing that scrap metal to take back to its home to, like, make a weird, like, I don't know, fish nest. Do fish just even make nests? I can't think. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, what a fish nest would even be like. Would it just go and grab, like, a bunch of coral and then just put it, like, in a little, like, pile somewhere? I know octopuses make their quote-unquote gardens, but I don't know. I'm not a botanist. I don't know anything about how fish do their business. But yeah, at any rate, what was I talking about earlier? Yeah, just early memories of video games while I mostly just fill the time of just exploring or whatnot. Because honestly, one of the biggest challenges with playing these video games is that there is a tendency to let a lot of dead air just end up hanging everywhere. I think that, you know, for me, I've talked about this briefly, but I don't talk about it very often. Because if there's one thing I really don't like commentating about when I play video games, it's meta commentary, where I talk about, like, what it's like to LP and stuff like that, and what it's like to run a YouTube or a Twitch channel. Like, I figure that's a little bit always self-serving, but I don't know. I sometimes very, very rarely talk about it, and this is kind of one of those moments where I might dive a little bit into the meta, so you'll have to indulge me for a second here. But I always feel like there's this tension when you're commentating between, I mean, first off, what are you going to talk about is a big one. But, like, there's so much prescriptivism when it comes to talking over video games. It's absurd. It's like, do you talk about the video game? Do you just, like, talk about bullshit while you play a video game? You know, there's a lot of different things. What it ultimately boils down to is it entertaining, I guess? And frankly, that's one thing that I've never really put enough stock into. And maybe I should just kind of let go of that a little bit and stop trying to be so, I don't know, formal about it. I mean, granted, I'm not particularly formal anyway, but, you know, it's part of, like, the roots of this whole thing just came from forums, and they had extremely strict rules on what you were supposed to do. So, I don't know, respect your roots, I guess. Okay, I don't know if I can get into this or not. Is there a hatch? Yep, there's a hatch. But nobody's in it, and oh, there we are. So we'll grab this, and we'll grab this, and we need to pick up a log, I think. There should be one in this area, correct? Or is this not really... Huh. Strange. Shouldn't there be, I don't know, things? It just kind of sent me on another quest, I guess, like just off into this direction. No, there should be like a log, right? There should be a log that I'm supposed to pick up that tells me, like, hey, you did it, you found the thing. But I don't happen to see one. And okay, coordinates, Lifepod. Am I supposed to repair this thing? You can always try. Let's see, where is my repair tool? Survival knife, scanner, repair tool. Let's go ahead and maybe I'm supposed to put the repair tool or repair that pod or something. How do I equip it? Okay, press 1. Okay, so I can't repair anything in here. Very unusual. What about on top of the capsule? Is there anything? No, I don't see one. Well, that's weird. I'm gonna inspect this area down here then. Maybe the log fell out? And it's down by this sort of wreckage. I mean, I see things. There's a glowy thing. I could get a supply crate with some water. And more water. Well, water's always good. I don't mind picking up some water. But there should be a log. So pick up the first aid kit. Can't pick that one up. All right, let's get out of here and go pick up get some oxygen real quick. That is very strange that I can't find a log around here. I guess they probably want me to explore. Let's go back down again and see if I can find anything. This is a box. Power transmitter fragment. Huh. Did I explore everything that was in this little chunk of ship? It does appear to be looted by me. But I don't see anything. That is a little strange. What about under here? Metal salvage, metal salvage. I'll just pick it up because it's useful. Well, I don't know what I'm missing. Is there something more down? No? Okay. What is this, like, big... This looks like a gigantic collection of quartz. Like, this is like an absurd amount of it. What is this? Oh, this is diamond, isn't it? Yeah? I mean, it should be, right? Let's pull out a knife. And see if I thwack it, if it gives me a diamond. No. Interesting. The hell is that, then? Well, this area is a little strange to me. Oh, there's more power. There's more like dead ship shit everywhere. Let's see if maybe it's down in this area. If there's a sand shark, it'll leave me alone because the other one was more... I don't know. If it has a problem with me, then my natural charm and charisma will be more than enough to take care of any sort of beef it has with me. This is quartz. This is just bigger quartz, that's all. Strange. Very strange. This whole area has left me with more questions than answers. Okay, we're gonna stay away from that thing. Yeah, the thing is just collecting scrap metal for its nests. Neat. It's probably still deadly, so I'm gonna let it be. Well, I can't figure out what the issue is. I can't figure out what could be the reason that I can't collect that thing, so I will just go off to another area then. Okay,